Damn, I really like this nigga. There's something about the way that he makes me feel.
Peace. Whenever I hear the N-word being used romantically, I always hear it a little ironically because the N-word broke up a relationship for me. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it ended the relationship, but it certainly ushered in the beginning of the end and ruined the romance in the meanwhile. My use of the N-word is very, very, very contextual. I may use it in certain contexts and not so much in others, if at all. One of those contexts where I typically do not use the N-word is in the context of relationships. You see, I've never aspired to be anyone's N-word. As a kid, I didn't mind being called your boyfriend, and as I grew older, I didn't mind being called your man. We can even go non-binary with it. I don't mind being called your person. I don't mind being called your partner. The N-word was never really goals for me, but in certain contexts, I didn't mind it. I'd allow it. Well, there was this one time when I got with someone who themselves very seldom used the N-word, if ever at all. And there came a point when we got to a level of comfort where they used it one day in the middle of joking around. And it just didn't flow off of their tongue. It wasn't really giving fluency. It was a little awkward, but again, I allowed it. And as time would go on, they would get a little bit more comfortable using the N-word when joking with me. But I started to notice a pattern that the jokes that included the N-word were always a lot dicier than the other jokes. Something about using the N-word would spike every remark with a little extra oomph. Now, maybe it was just me projecting. I don't know. I will say they never used the N-word in anger. It was always in jest. But then I started to realize that they would use jokes as a Trojan horse for things that they were actually serious about, which made me reevaluate their use of the N-word. It felt like the more present the N-word was in our dialogue with one another, the respect level started to kind of dip a little bit. From the moment that I started allowing it, a process had begun, the counting down of a clock to the end. We call the N-word a term of endearment. And hey, I'm a sociolinguist, so I understand that any word can be anything to anyone at any time. But I am wondering on a more personal, intimate level, do you and or your partner or lovers use the N-word romantically, unironically?
Ooh, I really like this nigga.
We out here.